There I am. I'm continuing. I'm in the book of Ruth. I'm in the second chapter, verse 3. And she went out, talking about Ruth here, and came and gleaned in the field after the reapers. And her hap was to light on a part of the field belonging unto Boaz, who was the kindred of Elimelech. This is a family member of the family that she married into here. And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem, and said unto the reapers, The Lord be with you. And they answered him, The Lord bless thee. What a great greeting. Does anybody ever greet you like that? Nah, not in America. There's a lot of people around here. I don't even know their names. They're just unfriendly, man. Then said Boaz unto his servant that was set over the reapers, Whose damsel is this? In other words, who's this lady here? And the servant that was set over the reapers answered and said, It is the Moabitish damsel that came back with Naomi out of the country of Moab. And she said, I pray you, let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came and hath continued even from the morning until now, that she tarried a little in the house. Then said Boaz unto Ruth, Hearest thou not, my daughter? Go not to glean in another field, neither go from hence, but abide here fast by my maidens. He's going to supply all of her need. Then thine eyes be on the field that they do reap, and go thou after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch thee? And when thou art athirst, go unto the vessels and drink of that which the young men have drawn. Then she fell on her face and bowed herself to the ground and said unto him, Why have I found grace in thine eyes, that thou shouldest take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger? And Boaz answered and said unto her, It hath fully been showed me all that thou hast done unto thy mother-in-law since the death of thine husband, and how thou hast left thy father and thy mother, and the land of thy nativity, and art come unto the people which thou knewest not heretofore. The Lord, now he's talking about God, he knew about what happened in Ruth's life. He was told about this woman. The Lord recompense thy work. In other words, he's going to provide. He's saying God is going to provide for you. And the rest of the family over there. She's going to bring this stuff back to her mother-in-law. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to share with the people in need. And a full reward be given thee of the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust. By doing all of this and coming back to this land and living the right way, God has used the mouth of Boaz to tell her that God sees it, he respects it, and he's going to bless her for it. You listen to this stuff that I'm reading. You try to take something from this reading tonight and put it to work in your life. If you diligently seek God for the right reasons, you will find him. And when you do, awesome. Then she said, let me find favor in thy sight, my lord. She's talking to Boaz. For that thou hast comforted me, and for that thou hast spoken friendly unto thine handmaid, though I be not like unto one of thine handmaidens. And Boaz said unto her, at mealtime come thou hither, and eat of the bread, and dip thy morsel in the vinegar. And she sat beside the reapers, and he reached her parched corn, and she did eat, and was sufficed, and left. She had enough. And when she was risen up to glean, Boaz commanded his young men, saying, let her glean even among the sheaves, and reproach her not. In other words, before they went through and picked the corn, he commanded those peoples, the ones who were reaping for him, or gathering the corn. He said, let her go out there before you take them off, so she can get all that she needs, even before they made their own harvest. That's God given to us 100% good. If you listen to the other people in America today, many of them, millions of them, they do not live the right way. America is being destroyed from within by all these illegal people. They are filled with demons. That's how it happens. And let fall also some of the handfuls of purpose for her, and leave them, that she may glean them, and rebuke her not. He's saying, even when you're picking it, leave some there for her. Unbelievable. So she gleaned in the field until even, and beat out that she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. And she took it up and went into the city, and her mother-in-law saw what she had gleaned, and she brought forth and gave to her that she had reserved after she was sufficed. Oh, I love the way they put these things. I understand it. I understand that stuff. I had to read it a lot. There's a lot of this stuff in here I don't understand, but the stuff I do, I think it's really comical. But it's truth. And her mother-in-law said unto her, where hast thou gleaned today, and where wroughtest thou? Blessed be he that did take knowledge of thee. And she showed her mother-in-law with whom she had wrought, and said, the man's name with whom I wrought today is Boaz. And Naomi said unto her daughter-in-law, blessed be he of the Lord, who hath not left off his kindness to the living and to the dead. And Naomi said unto her, the man is near of kin unto us, one of our next kinsmen. She knew who Boaz was. And Ruth, the Moabitess, said, he said unto me also, thou shalt keep fast by my young men until they have ended all my harvest. And Naomi said unto Ruth, her daughter-in-law, it is good, my daughter, that thou go out with his maidens, that they meet thee not in any other field. So she kept fast by the maidens of Boaz to glean unto the end of barley harvest and of wheat harvest, and dwelt with her mother-in-law. You imagine that? By her choice to go with her mother-in-law and walk away from the place where she used to live, where there were many gods, the other gods. There's only one true God. But other people, like the Catholic Church, they make all the graven images and stuff, and they bow down to them, and they pray. They think they're still praying to Mary. She's dead. They think Mark and Luke and John and St. Christopher and all that. They think these people can do something for you. It's a lie. It comes from Satan. Nobody can do anything for you. When those people died, that's it. They were all done. It's a deception by the devil. And the Catholics are in it big time, man. Same with the Mormons, boy. They got some crap going on, too. Now, they got some good family values, and they got a lot of good activities and stuff. There's good with the bad. But if you're worshiping the wrong God, all of it is null and void. Now, chapter 3. I said there's only 4 chapters in this book, I think. Let's see. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? And now is not Boaz of our kindred with those maidens thou wast? W-A-S-T. Thou wast? What does that mean? I don't know. Behold, he winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Wash thyself, therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment unto thee, and get thee down to the floor. But make not thyself known unto the man until he have done eating and drinking. She's going to go win the heart of Boaz at the command of her mother-in-law. And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet, and lay thee down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do. And she said unto her, All that thou sayest unto me I will do. That's Ruth answering her mother-in-law. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of corn. And she came softly and uncovered his feet and laid her down. She went under the bottom of the blanket. And it came to pass at midnight that the man was afraid, and turned himself, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. And he said, Who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. And he said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter, for thou hast showed more kindness in the latter end than at the beginning, inasmuch as thou followedst not young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, fear not. I will do to thee all that thou requirest, for all the city of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman. This is tough stuff, man. Where do you find people like that today? You should read in the book of Proverbs, the last chapter. The last chapter. Book of Proverbs. I think there's 31 chapters in that book. A virtuous woman. All right, let me look. 11. Proverbs 12 and verse 4, where they speak about a virtuous woman. And now it is true that I am thy near kinsman. Howbeit there is a kinsman nearer than I. There's someone closer that she could possibly marry. Where do you hear this stuff? Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning, that if he will perform unto thee the part of a kinsman, well, let him do the kinsman's part. But if he will not do the part of a kinsman to thee, then will I do the part of a kinsman to thee, as the Lord liveth. Lie down until the morning. God chose this guy for her. And she lay at his feet until the morning, and she rose up before one could know another. And he said, Let it not be known that a woman came into the floor. Also, he said, Bring the veil that thou hast upon thee, and hold it. And when she held it, he measured 6 measures of barley, and laid it on her, and she went into the city. When she came to her mother-in-law, she said, Who art thou, my daughter? And she told her all that the man had done to her. And she said, These 6 measures of barley gave he to me. For he said to me, Go not empty unto thy mother-in-law. Then said she, Sit still, my daughter, until thou know how the matter will fall. For the man will not be in rest until he have finished the thing this day. She's going to have a husband this fast. And it was ordained by God. God put this all together. Then went Boaz up to the gate and sat him down there. And behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one, turn aside, sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. He said, Hey man, I want to have a little chat with you. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, Sit ye down here. And they sat down. Remember, Boaz was a rich guy, all right? When he spoke, it's like, I don't know, one of them guys on TV, when he speaks, people listen. Can't remember what that commercial was. And he said unto the kinsman, Naomi, that is come again out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother Elimelech's. And I thought to advertise thee, saying, Buy it before the inhabitants, and before the elders of my people. If thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me, that I may know. For there is none to redeem it beside thee, and I am after thee. And he said, I will redeem it. Boaz is going to do it. Then said Boaz, What day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. He's saying if you're going to take it from Naomi, you got to do it from Ruth also. And the kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar my own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it. Oh, I got to knock this off, and I'll be right back.